The studio lights glowed warmly over the Kelly Clarkson Show set, the audience humming with excitement as they waited for the next guest. Kelly, full of her usual charm and energy, leaned forward with a bright smile introducing Jennifer Lopez. The crowd erupted, cheers filling the studio as Jennifer stepped on stage, her sequined dress catching every glimmer of light. She waved, smiled, and settled into her chair with relaxed confidence, her eyes sharp and alert. Kelly began with friendly warmth, asking about Jennifer's latest music, films, and projects. The conversation started easy, Jennifer laughing as she told a story about a late-night rehearsal gone wrong. The audience loved every word, but beneath the laughter, a faint tension brewed. Kelly's questions began shifting, moving from casual to more personal. She mentioned Jennifer's public image, her relationships, the constant scrutiny she faced. Jennifer's smile tightened slightly, though her answers stayed poised, her charm unshaken. Then Kelly leaned in, her tone still light but edged. She asked about Jennifer's new wellness brand, the one stirring online controversy. Critics had called it tone-deaf, a money grab. Jennifer's eyes narrowed a bit, though she remained composed, explaining it was about empowerment, not profit. The audience clapped, but Kelly pressed on, asking if Jennifer felt disconnected from her fans. The question hung heavy in the air. Jennifer brushed a strand of hair from her face, trying to stay calm, but the unease showed. Kelly didn't stop there. She brought up Jennifer's personal life, the pressure of balancing fame, family, and ambition. Most hosts would have avoided it, but Kelly dove right in. Jennifer answered carefully, her voice steady but carrying a spark of defiance. She spoke of sacrifices, of choices made under the weight of fame. The room grew quiet, the crowd sensing the shift. Then Kelly asked if Jennifer ever felt forced to be perfect, or if that pressure led to regrets. The question sounded caring, but hit like a challenge. Jennifer paused, her eyes meeting Kelly's. The warmth was gone. For a moment, silence filled the room. Jennifer finally said she didn't believe in regrets, only lessons, but her tone carried warning. Kelly tried to move on, changing the subject to Jennifer's upcoming tour, but the air had changed. Jennifer's reply shortened, her smile strained. The audience clapped on cue, but the joy had drained. As the break neared, Kelly asked for a lighthearted story, trying to restore balance. Jennifer crossed her arms and said she'd rather talk about something real. The audience murmured. Kelly gave a quick laugh, trying to diffuse it, but Jennifer stood abruptly, saying she needed a moment. Gasps filled the studio as she walked off. Kelly called after her, her voice uncertain, but Jennifer didn't turn back. The stage manager signaled a commercial as whispers rippled through the audience. Backstage, Jennifer moved swiftly, her heels clicking across the floor. Her team followed, whispering, but she ignored them. She reached her dressing room, shut the door, and leaned against the vanity, her reflection staring back. She'd handled countless interviews, but this one cut deeper. On stage, Kelly sat still, her smile gone. The audience buzzed, the tension thick. The stage manager's voice came through headsets, urging everyone to keep going. Kelly forced a smile, joked about live TV being unpredictable, and cut to break. But her eyes kept glancing toward the wings. The control room was chaos. Producers replayed footage analyzing what went wrong. Some wanted to cut the segment. Others saw ratings gold. Social media was already erupting with clips. Hashtags were forming, fans choosing sides. In her dressing room, Jennifer's phone buzzed non-stop. Messages from her team, friends, and publicist. She ignored them. She'd been questioned before, but Kelly's tone had felt personal, like betrayal. They weren't strangers. They'd shared laughs before. This wasn't just tension. It was trust-breaking in public. Jennifer stared at a photo of herself performing, fierce and unflinching, and her resolve hardened. Meanwhile, a producer pulled Kelly aside, asking why she pushed so far. Kelly said she hadn't meant harm. She thought they were just being honest. But her words sounded unsure. The producer told her to stay calm for the next segment, though Kelly's thoughts were elsewhere. The audience was restless, phones out, posting reactions. Some thought it was staged. Others swore it was real. The show's break ended. The lights came back on. Kelly returned, smiling through strain, introducing a cooking segment. The energy was broken. The empty chair beside her spoke louder than words. Backstage, Jennifer's publicist begged her to return, warning that silence looked bad. Social media was exploding and fans were arguing. Jennifer scrolled through the chaos online, then set her phone down, saying she needed space. In the control room, producers debated cutting the footage. The executive producer overruled them. They couldn't hide it now. The internet already owned the story. On set, Kelly tried to regain control, joking with the chef, but her spark was dimmed. The audience clapped politely, half watching the stage, half scrolling their screens. Rumors spread that Jennifer had already left the building. In her dressing room, Jennifer sat quietly, her mind turning over the exchange. She'd been through public storms before, but this felt different, raw, human. She thought about going back, but couldn't bring herself to play nice. She stood, smoothing her dress, unsure if she owed the world anything more. As the cooking segment ended, Kelly rapped with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. She slipped backstage, rubbing her temples, feeling the full weight of what had happened. Outside, producers buzzed, debating how to handle the fallout. No one knew what Jennifer would do next. Jennifer stood by her window, arms crossed. Her publicist urged her again to return, but Jennifer refused. This wasn't about optics, it was about respect. She thought of their past friendship, of how easily it had turned into something sharp and public. Her phone buzzed again with a message from a close friend. She didn't reply, just breathed deeply, centering herself. In the control room, pressure mounted. The show was trending worldwide. Opinions split. Some praising Jennifer for standing her ground, others defending Kelly for her honesty. The producers decided to push on with a musical guest. Kelly introduced them, her energy practiced, her eyes still shadowed. The audience applauded, distracted, whispering about Jennifer's absence. Off-stage, crew members speculated whether she was still in the building. In her dressing room, Jennifer made her decision. She picked up her purse, told her team to stay, and walked toward the exit. The air outside was cool, the city alive. She wasn't fleeing. She was reclaiming control. Her car door shut softly behind her as she looked back once, the studio glowing in the distance. Inside, Kelly continued the show, but her focus was gone. The producers scrambled, drafting statements for damage control. The episode was a hit for all the wrong reasons. Online, fans debated endlessly. Was Kelly too harsh or Jennifer too sensitive? In Kelly's dressing room, she sat alone, scrolling through reactions, feeling the divide growing. She wanted to reach out but didn't know how. In her hotel room, Jennifer ignored her buzzing phone. She'd expected the fallout, but not the emotional weight. She looked out at the city lights, wondering how something so small had turned into something this big. Kelly finished the show with quiet dignity, thanking the audience and saying, "Sometimes conversations get real, and that's what makes them human." The crowd clapped softly, sensing the strain beneath her words. As she walked off, the studio fell silent. The control room sighed in relief, but the real storm was just beginning. The story spread beyond the show. Beyond that moment, two women, two truths, caught in the glare of a spotlight that never goes dark.